didn't have a bell to ring or anything like that, but my name is Gordon Hunter, and I've been a Milton resident for over 25 years and been involved with the getting the city started and organized a few years back, and have had a lot of opportunity to volunteer within the city. And I think our city's done very well in some areas, and in other areas we've had some confusion and some controversy, but I think those days are coming to a close, hopefully. And I think what we need to do as citizens of the city is to elect really good, solid people to serve our city council and to do a good job representing the people, giving them straight up, honest answers to questions and problems that come up that we all have from time to time. I met Joe Longoria just a few weeks ago, and already I feel like we're close friends. He's got that kind of a personality. He's a wonderful man, and I've really enjoyed meeting him, getting to know him. One thing that's nice about his candidacy is he was not recruited by anybody. You know, he came forth on his own with friends that said, you ought to run for city council and give your talents. And I think that's what we need. He doesn't have any special interest groups. He's been involved with his homeowners association, but other than that, he's just been involved with a lot of community service with the Boy Scouts of America. And as a Boy Scouter myself, I have very high regard for that kind of community service. Joe has got great talents that will serve well in the city council. I think he'll be one of the steady forces on the council when he's elected. And I think Mayor Joe Lockwood will just really appreciate him for all the talents that Joe has and the steadiness that he'll bring to the city council. I don't want to talk very much longer, but I really appreciate Joe. I think he's a wonderful man, going to be a great candidate for office. We need to get out and give him all the help and support we can. So let me turn it over now and have Joe just give a few words about himself.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you to everybody for showing up tonight. It really means a lot to me for you guys to be here and to sort of more or less kick off this campaign, because up till now, I've been talking to a lot of folks. A lot of people knew that I was running, but we hadn't really had a good organized meeting where we could really talk about what's important for Milton. And so I wanted to take just a few moments tonight, not probably as long as Gordon took, but maybe something along those lines. And I also want to thank the campaign committee for arranging this weather. It's really, really nice after all the rain that we've had as of late. But let me just say a couple of things about what I think is important and some of the things that I believe we need to focus on in the coming weeks. First of all, for anybody that knows me, I grew up in Texas. I wasn't fortunate enough to have been born in Georgia. But I got to tell you this, one of the best decisions that my wife and I ever made was the decision to buy a home in this neighborhood, in this area of Georgia. We didn't know it at the time because it was unincorporated Alpharetta, but we didn't know that the city of Milton would end up being here. And I got to tell you, every day that I wake up, I thank whatever fortune made me make that decision, because it's been a great decision. This is an excellent area. This is an area that enjoys so much diversity. And when I talk about diversity, what I really talk about is a diversity of community. We're in a neighborhood community where we live, but within walking distance of us are fields and lands and landowners and things that really make you appreciate what a community can be. And so I'm very, very pleased to have the opportunity to be here in Milton. And so that leads me to want to help in some way. The blessings that we have, I think, need to be returned. So my real motivation to run is to help Milton become what it can become. Milton is a brand new city. We've only been around for 3 years. And that's interesting when you think that this area of Georgia, Atlanta in particular, has such a rich and deep history. I mean, we can track things all the way back to the War of Northern Aggression, can't we? Okay. So it's important that we understand that 3 years isn't a lot of time. But we have got a great vision statement for the city of Milton, one that talks about embracing the rural character that exists here. We've got a great mission statement in terms of how we achieve that. So, and I am all about vision and mission. if you've ever spent any time in the Boy Scouts, one of the things that you know is everything is based on what is it we're trying to achieve and how do we get there. So my reason for running has everything to do with the mission and the vision that is Milton. I think that this is a awesome community. It can be so great. It has such a great character, and I want to see that all take place. Now, elections are all about choice, and one of the best things that I like to quote is, all good things come from change. So we have an opportunity to change some things in a few weeks on November the 3rd. And with your support and with your help, and it's going to take a lot of support and help, I think that we can make that change a positive thing for Milton. And I just want all of you guys to know that that's what I'm about. That's what I want to see happen. And if there's anything that I can do to help understand what you consider to be important change, please just let me know. And again, I want to thank you guys for showing up. And I want to make sure that I cut my time off before Gordon's clock ticks by. But again, thank you guys very much for showing up.